Hello and welcome back to M-tel. Today I'm working on this full transit. It's a 2.2 diesel. And this car has come in running issues, and basically what I believe it's got is a faulty EGR valve. Now basically I'm going to fire it up so you can hear it, and basically if you rev it slowly, it revs up nice and fine. As soon as you put your foot down hard, she chokes and coughs, and then basically plumes loads of smoke out the back. So what I'm going to do now, get a key, I'm going to fire her up. Now basically, as you can hear, she idles pretty well. As soon as I throttle her up, you listen. If you look out the back, lots of smoke. What I do is I put the camera around the back and you can see what's coming out the back of her as well. So as you can see, lots of smoke coming out the back, and that's basically because where the EGR valve is stuck open. It's basically because where the EGR valve is stuck open, it's basically sucking in burnt gases and basically choking the engine basically. So yeah, put this back in here. Yeah, so basically, as you saw from the picture from the back, she's got a bit of a running issue. Now what we're going to do today is, rather than replace the EGR valve, we're actually going to blank it off. So basically we're going to cut a plate and put it between the actual EGR valve and the EGR cooler, so it will block the gases before it even gets into the EGR valve. If you want to as well, you can further clean the EGR valve so it operates properly, and then hopefully that will get rid of any engine warning lights as well. So, but yeah, like I said, I'll fire it up again so you can hear. But, like I said, if I throttle it slowly, yeah, as you saw, when I throttle it slowly, we don't get that choking, coughing sound from the engine. The other thing, when I scanned it, it has also come up with the MAF sensor, mass airflow. Now, when I deleted the codes and then run a live diagnostic test, this code went away and the only one that remained was the EGR. So we're going to go for that first. We're going to see what happens. We're going to blank it off, see if that sorts this running issue. So that's what we're going for first. Right, we're now under the car, and basically this thing here, this unit here, if you can see it right here, this is your EGR valve, and this thing coming around here is your EGR cooler. Now what we're going to do is basically, we're not going to take the EGR valve out. Like I said, we're going to cheat, and basically what we're going to do is we're going to undo these two bolts here and here, these two, that one there and that one there, and then we're going to pull the EGR back, pull the gasket out, and basically put a steel plate in there with no hole. So we're just going to block it basically. Isn't it? Oh, that's tight. Oh, so why you them? Oh. Well. Oh dear. I sorted that one out. Looks like we're not going to be blanking this EGR off after all. someone. Yeah, the bolts up. That would be what you would seek to do. But pull that out and get that off. But unfortunately, someone has basically ultimately yee-hawed the bolt and seized and made it so you can't get the EGR valve off. Right, so looks like we are now pulling off the EGR valve. Yeah, we're going to have to take it off then. Right, take the EGR valve off and we're going to have to sort something out. Get a clean. Get cleaning on the go. We're now taking the EGR off. So basically, because obviously one of the bolts snapped. Ah, what is going on? All the bolts are breaking. I've got 2 out of 4. Okay, that's the EGR valve. Yeah. Well, if you could see inside there, basically, I'll get a bit closer. You can see there's a gap. Basically the EGR valve is stuck wide open, if you can see that. There's a gap in there. So all that's happening is the exhaust gases are just blowing straight past the valve, basically. I'll get that in the right place, you'll be able to see it. See that? The valve's open, so all that's happening, basically all that's happening, see, is the exhaust gas is just blowing straight past this valve. So now what we've got to try and do is you could try and make it move again, but it's not going to move because it's broken. So we've got the only other option is we've got to try and fix it now. So we've got to try and get that stud out of there, which ain't going to want to move very easy. And also we got one stuck in there as well. That one I'm not too bothered about because I can nut and but I could take off the EGR pipe. It just comes around here, not bracketed on there or anything. I can undo it and pull the EGR pipe off if necessary. This one's obviously snapped and it's into an aluminium housing. And we're going to have to do something a bit special about that. Right, we're back underneath the motor now, this Transit, just about to refit the EGR valve. We was going to blank it off, but unfortunately, when we removed the old EGR valve, a couple of the bolts actually snapped off in the housing, and unfortunately, they couldn't be got out because they were well seized in there, and drilling them out wasn't really an option because if we did, they were into an aluminium housing, basically it would have just destroyed the housing. So now we've got a new a new EGR valve basically, which is here, and this is what we're going to be fitting. So what we're going to do first is we're going to bolt this up on, but we're going to put it onto this pipe here, which goes to the inlet manifold, because that has got flex and give. And then once we finish bolting it up to that, we're then going to bolt it up to the EGR cooler. So that's what we're going to do now. If you do want to blank this off in future, so say if you were actually using your old EGR valve, you're going to blank it off, you would put the blanking plate between the EGR valve and the cooler would be the best place to put it, and then you can plug the connector back in and you should be good to go. So right, let's refit. There you go, EGR's now fitted, plugs back on, it's bolted in, 2 new gaskets, all the bolts are done up nice and tight, and basically that is how you replace an EGR valve on a full transit. This is a 2.2 engine, basically twin cam diesel basically. Yeah, it's not too bad of a harder job. There's 2 types. There's this one which has got no water jacket, then there is another one which has a pipe off the top and a pipe off the bottom. So it has like a little water jacket around the EGR valve to keep it cool. But yeah, this is the other type. So there you go. Right, hope you've enjoyed watching anyway. If you have, please hit the like and subscribe button. And I'll see you again soon. Thank you very much.